European lawmakers urge EU to tackle Iran's human rights abuses. Several members of the European Parliament, joined by other dignitaries from across the continent, attended a conference in Strasbourg on Wednesday, calling for a strong European approach vis-a-vis the Iranian regime's human rights violations and warmongering. This session, organised by the European Parliament Friends of a Free Iran Intergroup, also called for the accountability of Iranian officials in regard to the 1988 massacre of over 30,000 political prisoners in Iran. Most of the victims were members and supporters of the Iranian opposition group MEK. Maryam Rajavi, the President-elect of the Iranian opposition coalition National Council of Resistance of Iran, told the conference, "One of the most harmful consequences of the policy of appeasement has been the impunity enjoyed by the perpetrators of the 1988 massacre. Impunity of the regime's leaders gave them the chance to conceal this crime according to a well-planned scheme." International condemnation of Iran's terrorism and warmongering. Brian Hook, the US Special Representative for Iran, said in a message that "We call on the UN Security Council to renew the arms embargo on Iran and renew the travel ban on Qasem Soleimani and 22 other terrorists. It is time for the world to restore deterrence and to do everything possible to promote a more peaceful and stable Middle East." He continued, "Something else will happen on October 18th of next year. The travel ban on 23 Iranian terrorists will expire. This includes the notorious terrorist Qasem Soleimani. The Iranian regime has a 40-year history of conducting terrorist attacks across 5 continents. These attacks are directly conducted through the IRGC and its Quds Force, or indirectly through its proxies including Hezbollah, Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, the Houthis and other Shiite fighters." On the other hand, Bahrain's foreign minister, regarding the mullah's regime terrorist activities in its country, announced that the Bahrain officials seized a huge number of weapons and ammunition. In this regard, during the UN Security Council session on Yemen, the representative of Yemen accused the Iranian regime and the Houthi militias of being the factor of instability in Yemen. Iran destroyed Middle East's largest equipment maker with privatization. Iran Newswire, in a report published Wednesday, revealed some shocking details of how Iran's regime destroyed its heavy equipment production company, HEPCO, which was the Middle East's leading equipment maker, via privatization. The report read, "On September 7th, HEPCO workers in the western city of Iraq marched on the street blocking the North-South Railroad. They were protesting months of unpaid wages and the privatization of the company, which left the once productive factory in shambles. In the name of privatization, in 2006, 60% of HEPCO's shares were given at a low price of 75 billion tomans to Conceal Wagons, a wagon manufacturer affiliated with the Islamic Revolutionary Guards. The actual value of HEPCO's assets were around 2,000 billion tomans. As of 2017, HEPCO accumulated 985 billion tomans in losses and debts." UN Human Rights Rapporteur, Iran executed 7 children last year. Iran executed 7 child offenders last year and 2 so far this year, even though human rights law prohibits the death penalty for anyone under the age of 18, and UN independent human rights expert said Wednesday. Javed Rahman told the UN General Assembly Human Rights Committee that he has credible information that there are at least 90 child offenders currently on death row in Iran.